What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be doing a pre-11th anniversary LR top 10 tier list. So I didn't do one anytime recently, so I feel like now is the perfect time to do a top 10 tier list right before the 11th anniversary, and then go ahead and do another one after the 11th anniversary. Assuming Dokkan doesn't fumble the 11th anniversary units and they do land a spot in the top 10, should be very, very expected. Hopefully we don't jinx it, but I don't think Dokkan could fumble 2 LR anniversary units below top 10. We've seen some bad before, but having only 2 units in part 1, I don't think they're going to fumble at all, and I think both of these units are going to be incredible. So before we go ahead and dive in, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new, turn on notifications for a bunch of more 11th anniversary content. A lot of stuff will be coming. Very, very exciting. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this top 10 tier list. So just keep in mind, guys, this is just off my personal use experience. A lot of you guys are not going to agree with certain spots, but I don't really care, to be honest, because it's my list. I'm going to create it how I feel each unit deserves a spot. So, obviously, comment down below what your thoughts are. I don't care in the sense that I'm not going to listen to what you say, but I'm not going to see a comment and have to make an adjustment. Like, I'm pretty firm on this list. I've taken some good time reading each kits over and over again. I've had great time using all the units on the list, and I'm pretty confident on what I put here for this top 10. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into the number 10 spot. It is going to be the Year 7 Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So this unit has been very, very good to me recently. Another reason I have these dudes at 10, making this top 10 list, is a lot is coming from this Gogeta. You have this insane mechanic. Any super attack, he is nullifying on the first attempt, and then also only going down to a 70% chance per super. This is kind of what made me go over the 10 mark. Maybe I'll do an honorable mention to show you who he beat out, but that was one of the biggest things. This has came in clutch so many events, so many times. He has insane damage. You have the stacking in the 4s. You have the 77% damage reduction turn 1. This has been very helpful. Get me some stacks and stuff like that. So this is a very, very strong unit. And some people don't even think they're top 10 anymore, which is kind of surprising to me. But this guy is definitely going to be in my top 10. And I think for a good reason. This guy is nasty. You let him build up. You get into this Gogeta. You pair him up with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. So, without a doubt, I'm definitely going to have them in my top 10. Right at the 10 spot. Hopefully. I mean, that's a bad take. I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say hopefully he gets kicked. He doesn't get kicked out, but it's destined to be, especially if both units are going to be in top 10. It's just going to end up shifting everything down, unfortunately. But very, very strong unit, and I love what they're doing. Then, at number 9 is going to be the EZA Power Awakening Piccolo. A lot of people don't think he's top 10 or very good. I think he's pretty great. The only thing I have seen complications on this guy has definitely been getting the build-up. I mean, you need the 4 hits for his full defense, and sometimes I've seen him get supered before he can get the full build-up and get absolutely demolished. So, other than that, other than just unfortunately having to get this build-up, he has been great for me. I mean, you obviously have this giant form mechanic. This is a life-saving mechanic. You can save very, very high amount of runs with that giant form. You get a lock, and just being able to swap out in the giant form and change the rotation is a very, very strong mechanic to this day, and is very, very impactful in some hard events. So that's kind of one of the bigger reasons I have him over Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But this guy is very, very strong. I also really do like this mechanic. I haven't seen it a lot, but I have got it once or twice, and it's so impactful. Just getting that full heal, and you're right back in the fight. It's crazy. So this guy is definitely very strong defensively. Could have definitely been stronger offensively, but it's not really what he was doing when he first came out. So I love that he's still a defensive mechanism. And the giant form also is another big reason I got him here at number 9. At number 8, very, very strong, and I actually have found more use for them recently, is going to be Rosé and Zamasu. One of the big fights that I have found some very, very strong use for them recently has definitely been in the Gammas fight. Like the bombs, you switch into the Zamasu right here, and you have this heal. Where is it? This right here. This heal has been incredible. You get a ton of damage taking those bombs in the last phase, and then he just tanks all the damage back as this little line right here. It's so destructive, and it just changes the game. You get right back into the fight. This is so huge, and people don't even realize it. And then not even just him, Rosé is very, very powerful still. Great team. Not his team. Like Super Bosses isn't really good right now, but he is very, very impactful on a lot of other teams. You go ahead and check his category. He finds himself on Omega's team. So that's very, very big. Obviously, he's going to be on the Blues team. So he has some very, very good teams, very, very good uses. Both Rosé and Zamasu have been very impactful for me recently. So I think this is a very fair spot for him right at number 8. I was considering putting him higher, but at number 7, just topping him is the EZA Ultimate Gohan. I have a lot of people talking crazy about him, thinking he's like top 3, top 5. I'm not quite there, but he is definitely a strong top 10 unit to me. This is very huge. His biggest problem when he came out was Ki, besides the fact that he didn't go Beast, but we're not even going to talk about that. Having this 24 Ki on this first turn, very, very powerful. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Got the hiccups in his joint. And then also this active skill is just nukes. It nukes the boss. Like, I'm seeing only 99 straight crits. Like, very, very powerful. And a lot I wanted to talk about is linking with this guy. This is, like, actually one of my favorite units right now. And they have been so helpful for clearing so many events. So many events. I couldn't even tell you with that unit. Like, I wanted to, like, talk about them just because of how powerful they are. I'm not going to click on them and like go through the whole passive and stuff like I'm doing right now, but I had to mention this guy. He is actually insane, and just being able to pair with this guy, you see crazy damage. It's a perfect rotation, and they're so strong, man. I love this guy a lot. You also have the Ki Blast notifications, of course, so that is a big, big thing to me. Just having a crazy strong partner to be able to link with. Yeah, this guy's crazy. So right at number 7 is where I'm thinking for this Gohan. Number 6, I was actually considering not putting above Gohan, but after further consideration, I think he definitely is overall a better unit. You have Frieza and Gogeta. Great lead, movie bosses, movie heroes. They have a great team right now. Frieza is also very powerful. When you run him on this Extreme Class team, this target skill is kind of just like a safe way to just move past the rotation. If there's someone on your team that you don't want to take normals on an AoE boss, or just someone that is not very strong defensively, you can instantly do this, and he just saves the entire rotation. And then also, you're going to be seeing crazy damage from him once he gets that target scale. If you put him in slot 2 or 3, get all those attacks. Crazy damage. Very, very powerful. I do like this guy a lot. And maybe even more than Golden Frieza is this Gogeta. This dude is insane. You have, once you turn into him, you can get a full heal. He has been very, very clutch for me recently in getting from bad situations to just being able to switch into this guy, get the full heal, and be very, very confident after that. That's very, very big. Crazy support. Where's the support? Right here is kind of OD, man. This is kind of crazy. I wonder if they were thinking about this, but this support is insane. Like, I don't even think people realize how strong this is. But this is really, really strong support. It just kind of makes, like kind of how Frieza does, is just making a safe rotation for the team. You have this active skill you're able to use immediately, and it makes every tech key sphere the whole field. And then boom, you pop this insane support, and this is such a safe rotation. Crazy, crazy damage also. So this is definitely a unit that I had to fit in this top 10. And 6, I think, is the perfect spot for him. Coming in at 5 is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. A lot of people think he's still higher up in 4-3 area. But I just kind of find him starting to lose a little bit of his touch. He's starting to get hit really hard in some of these more difficult bosses. But you can't take that away from him. He is a dominant unit. Crazy damage. Like, this guy, like, took a step in a whole new, like, realm with his damage when he first dropped. You have this insane active skill with a 70% attack and defense, guaranteed crits for a turn, and you just see insane damage. He is very strong defensively. It's hard to see him get hit recently, but the events they've been dropping, you can kind of start seeing his weak point. His team is pretty good, but you can't really run a full GT Heroes team throughout some of these more difficult fights. And then, like I was saying for the number 10, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, 7 out of 7 links. This rotation is disgusting. When you run him with this extra 10% here, very, very powerful. You're going to love to see that in these strong fights. So, being able to have extra 10% damage reduction right there with that support, and then 7 out of 7 links with the Fizz Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He has a lot, and then also 4-turn support at the start. Very, very strong, and definitely thinking 5 for him. Coming up next, man, we have, whoa, wrong unit right there. Is this Intelligence, Gohan, and Trunks. I almost clicked on the wrong thing. Right here, man. So, this unit is, like, really, really busted. I don't think people really understand the strength that this unit brings. You're going to have this quite often. I mean, Bond Master and Disciple has become very, very strong as a category. This unit is very, very good. This unit is very, very good. These 3 units are very, very good. Actually, these 4 units right across this front right here. This entire section right here is absolutely insane. You also have this Gohan. You have the blues. Very, very crazy. Vegeta and Trunks are still kind of useful in some fights. So, this category has become very, very stacked recently. And all you need is three of the units. So, and you get a 60% damage reduction. He's very, very strong powerfully. On the first turn, you have the extra 20%. So, he is very, very hard to see take high damage in some of these fights. And then, if you end up not getting his revive, you get insane buffs. You get the guard, 200% attack and defense makes a huge difference. People don't realize. And I've seen a lot of slander on this guy's name, man. I don't think he's as bad as people are thinking. I've seen people talking about 5, 6, and even like 7, 8 range for this Gohan. I just don't see it. I think he's crazy. You get into this Trunks. it's just even better. You get more support right here. You start off with a 30% dodge and damage reduction, slot 2 or 3, you go to 80% dodge. I haven't seen him get touched at all. Like, I'm not sure if I've gotten caught with this guy yet. So that's kind of one of the big things. I mean, maybe that's just like a Dokkan thing. Like, some people just have bad luck with the dodges, but to me, it just doesn't really make it big of enough a difference to drop him to like 7 and 8 range that I've seen people talking about. I think he's top 5, and I don't think it's very much a question. Like, you're comparing this to this. I just don't think it's that close. Like, I just feel like he kind of gets that separation. It's very, very strong unit. Excuse me. All right. And then right here, this is going to be the part I don't think people are going to agree too much about. But I think I've made a pretty fair case to where I've put this guy. And it's going to be Omega Shenron at number 3. Very, very high. So, mainly, the reason I have this guy up here is just because of how powerful his team has been recently. I've found very, very good uses. His domain is very strong. And then also, I mean, this is kind of unfortunate for most of this case on this list, but it's this nullification right here. And there's one fight specifically I have found his use just way stronger than a lot of people. I don't know why I'm looking down here because I'm not going to be able to fight it, but it's the Bio Broly fight. I mean, a lot of people think it's going too much. I think people think Dokkan is going a step too far with the level of difficulty we're seeing from these fights. I think it's fair, and you get a team like this, and being able to just nullify those supers, I see it so much, and he is just a big carry through that event. And even through the other fights, this team is super, super powerful. Very, very strong supporting for these first 4 turns here. And then when you get this Rainbow Orb, you're getting... Excuse me, I keep hiccuping. Sip of water. You get this 10% damage reduction support, and you see it come in clutch on so many different occasions. I've seen so many units that I think are going to die here. Then I remember the 10% damage reduction support, and they just absolutely eat it. So this guy is very, very powerful, and I definitely think he is a top 3 unit. I don't think people will agree, but I think this is definitely what I'm thinking for this guy. And skill-wise, like, he is very crazy. I love this unit. So definitely going to put him at 3. And then at number 2 is going to be the Blues. I do see a lot of arguments for having him 1, and I do think it's fair. You can really have him interchangeable. Very crazy utility. You have also the 60% damage reduction and dodge. I've seen him mostly just super strong dodging. I haven't seen him get hit too much. And even when he gets hit, I've just seen a lot of power and being able to tank some of these stronger supers. Very, very powerful. Active with the Vegito. Crazy damage. Vegeta I've been finding a lot of utility for recently. Not as much as I did like when I first came out. I haven't really seen the utility, but I'm starting to understand these guys' kits a lot more and see how powerful they are. You get the Father and Son Galley Gun support. This is huge. A lot of people don't even realize, like, they just want to use the Vegito because big boom numbers. But this, you can see the easy 9-9 crits, and then you get the crazy support. This guy is super, super strong on damage. This is, like, actually top 5 most damaging units. Like, he just starts obliterating the bosses. You're getting super after super. Super, super strong. And definitely easy case for my number 2 here. And even considered putting him number 1. But I think it was obvious when you clicked on this video. You've seen it everywhere. Number 1 is definitely going to be King Goma. Just a very, very crazy unit. You have 40% dodge for 4 turns on top of the 33. And he's almost untouchable. Like I haven't got hit so much with him just throughout my time using him. And then you have this in crazy stats. Like after every turn, he is just getting so much stronger, so much more powerful. And then I love how they implemented this mechanic. Before the 3 hits is 99% damage reduction, like how it is in the show. You need the 3 hits to get out the Turchin Oculus. This is such a cool mechanic, like show-wise and in the game. It's so broken. Having 99% damage reduction for those first 3 hits is going to be so powerful in some of these shorter fights. Like even Bio Broly, that's a very short fight, 1 phase. So this guy has been crazy utilization. Having this heal after every end of the turn, it's so powerful. And then once again, I talked about it in the start of this video, having this giant form is a game saver. No matter the scenario, every time you're in danger, this will be helpful. It's free damage, and it's a free way to set rotations, getting away from locks or getting away from a character getting sealed. Like this changes the game and just makes a unit so much better than they already are. 12 keys, you're getting more defensive support. Very, very crazy unit. I don't have much to say about him. I think it's pretty obvious why he's up here and how powerful this unit is. Yeah. So I definitely took time going through. Definitely a long time going through these set of 4. This set of 4 and 5 right here. This was kind of like the major stuff I really had to think hard about. I gave a very long time to each unit, reading the passives, using them in game, and I've really come to a very strong conclusion, and I do like this as my top 10 units. I want to know your thoughts down below. What would you change? Because I know a lot of people are going to have some things they would want to change. Some people they want to have on. Honorable mention was going to be this Gohan and Goten and Trunks. They just became they feel a lot more softer defensively in some of these new fights, and I just feel like they've fallen off just a little bit. So that is an honorable mention. I was going to consider putting them at 10, but I don't think I could kick off the Super Saiyan 4s just yet. So once again, let me know your thoughts. What is your top 10? What some things are you changing on this list? Let me know. Smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Turn on notifications for more 11th anniversary content and content like this. Let me know what you guys think, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.